Hello everyone, my name is Farrukh Usman and I have Rod Kenley with me. And here we are, sorry, can we go back one slide? Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Farrukh Usman and I have Rod Kenley with me. Here we are revolutionizing that space of peritoneal dialysis. We are inventing new devices as well as we are inventing new therapies inside the peritoneal dialysis. The reason is, you will ask why we need a new form of dialysis or why we need new machines. Let me tell you a few interesting facts. Number one, people are dying all over America and abroad. Your likelihood of survivability on dialysis is worse than cancers. And second thing I want to tell you is, in today's world, in 2023, would you believe we are putting toxins and acids into human body and expecting a good outcome? Rod Kenley will explain it to you, what does that mean. So I personally lost 4 loved ones. That's why I started this company. And what makes us unique to solve this problem? 62% of dialysis machines which are getting sold in America in terms of peritoneal dialysis have major contributions between our team members, between me, Rod, and other team members. So we are here to revolutionize this, and there are 3 major opportunities out there that we'll be covering. So let's see how treatment gets done. One is called hemodialysis, where you put 2 thick needles into the arm and it goes to the machine and it comes back into the body. And other one is called peritoneal dialysis or PD, in which you put salts, electrolytes, and sugars into the peritoneal cavity and take it out. So these are the 2 forms of dialysis. In US, there's a major paradigm shift. Let me cover that first. So in US, it's a $44 billion industry with a 7% growth rate. 88% of those people get dialysis in a dialysis center. And we are investing $3.5 billion in a home hemo space, which is only 14% of the home market. And Byonyks is placed at home peritoneal dialysis space. So why do we care about this small market? Because this 88% is about to shift. US government has decided to move 80% of its patients to home treatment or a transplant. That's why this market is about to explode. So it doubled before that as well, before this executive order, and that's where Byonyks is placed. Look at the global opportunity. It's $120 billion industry with 75% of the world population still do not have access to peritoneal dialysis. And 120 countries do not have access to peritoneal dialysis. This is child Abdullah. He would have died without Byonyks' presence in that country. And we took our machine and saved his life. So our machine is portable, it works, and instead of being on a human, we are on instead of being on animals, we are on a human. So we have raised $9 million so far. We have built a factory. We have treating patients. Thousands of treatment has been done. We have an R&D center in Chicago and one overseas. We have built a phenomenal team of 80 engineers and doctors and nephrologists. We have TUV 13485 certification and approval in the first country. And this is happy patients that get me out of the bed every single morning, and that's what we are proud of. So in terms of roadmap, we have built not just the first machine, which is serving patients, which has been developed. The second machine is getting submitted to FDA later this year. And then this is the most exciting part of the project, where we are bringing in world's first acid-free and toxin-free dialysis. Over to you, Rod Kenley.
Thanks, Farrukh. Well, as the person who instigated the commercialization of peritoneal dialysis in 1977 while employed at Baxter, and then developed the first portable cycler in the late 80s, I find it fairly gratifying that the US government has finally seen their way clear to provide some very significant incentives to grow this home peritoneal dialysis market, because it's really good for the payers, for the providers, and for the suppliers. What I don't find so gratifying, and actually fairly frustrating though, is how little improvement we've seen in the life expectancy of this patient population. And that is the subject of our third major opportunity, improving the life expectancy and increasing quality of life of these patients. As Farrukh mentioned, the life expectancy, the 5-year survival of dialysis patients, is worse than most forms of cancer. And even though peritoneal dialysis has a 10% advantage over hemodialysis, we know how to do much better. It really revolves around the solution that's being used to perform peritoneal dialysis. This solution and its manufacturing process hasn't changed in the intervening 45 years, although our knowledge of the problems associated with it has. When this product is heat sterilized, the glucose component contained therein degrades into several degradation products known as glucose degradation products. When absorbed into the bloodstream, they're converted into advanced glycation end products, which are toxic and exacerbate diabetes and all forms of cardiovascular disease, which are major contributors to the death of these patients. Now, in order to slow this process down somewhat, the manufacturers add acid to lower the pH of the solution. And putting that solution, that acidic solution, in connection with the peritoneal membrane 24/7, 365, causes that membrane to sclerose or thicken over time, which impedes the ability of water to be transmitted through it, which is, of course, one of the great needs when your kidneys fail. So eventually, these patients lose the ability to remove enough water to avoid congestive heart failure or death, and they must either transfer to in-center hemodialysis or die. Now, another big problem with the way this is manufactured is it's made in a plant, and 800 pounds of this solution is shipped to a patient's home every month, along with many boxes of tubing sets and ancillaries, which consume a huge amount of space in their homes and cost a lot to ship and deliver to those patients' homes, wherever they may live. Well, Byonyks has 2 advanced development programs that will address all of these problems. The first of those programs is a new, radically different cycler that's miniaturized. It will be smaller, lighter, quieter, easier to use, faster to set up, and most importantly, much cheaper to manufacture, which will allow us to be very aggressive in pricing to penetrate the US market and to provide a very affordable peritoneal dialysis system for these developing countries. Now, the second major development project is one that will completely eliminate these bags of solution and the toxins contained therein. That module will be one that actually makes the dialysate at the patient's bedside by combining their tap water with concentrates and doing a version of cold filtration sterilization. And by so doing, we will completely eliminate the acid and the toxins, which will reduce the amount of malnutrition and muscle loss, and also the atherosclerosis and other forms of cardiac disease that translate into 52% of the reasons of death in this patient population. All combined, this will significantly reduce the rate of dropout in these patients, and we will be eliminating 120 million PVC bags, 75 million tubing sets that now go into landfills, which is, of course, good for the environment. So let me turn it back over to you.
So we have built a team who know how to build peritoneal dialysis machines and have done that and changed the nephrology practice multiple times in past, and we're going to do it one more time. And in addition to that, we are already serving patients in South Asia. US is next, then Middle East and Europe will be our target. And here we are to change and revolutionize this industry once again. Is there any capital partners who want to join us? We can talk, definitely. Thank you.